Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So yes, we are still wearing the same clothing as the Q&A. It's because I kidnapped him. He's in the middle of finals, so I made him sit down for one video session instead of like multiple. So yeah, if you're wondering, that's why. So today we're going to be talking about the 12 movies that we want to watch during this.
The 12 days of Christmas, as it's
pretty much
typically called.
The 12 days of Christmas. Like, we're gonna try to watch these 12 movies before Christmas. So if that's something that you want to see, then let's just get into it. Okay, so if you guys are following me on my planning Instagram, I posted a video of this, which is out of my old bullet journal. I actually just switched to a new bullet journal because I wasn't in love with this paper. That's why this notebook's like practically brand new and only has a few sketches in it, but I wasn't in love with the paper. But I did this really cute sketch earlier this month for the month of December, and it's the movies and cookies, movie cookies and energy lights. So like the lights that are going around are like my energy levels, because I'm supposed to be keeping track of that for my doctor, long story. And then I did the cookies that have the movies that we want to watch. So, you know, let's just get into it. So, do you want to go with number one?
Well, number one, this is actually a series of a couple of shorts, but we call it the Prep and Landing movie. It's a couple of Prep and Landing shorts. I've seen it on Disney Plus. I don't know if any of y'all have seen it in the past, but it's very cute.
So there's actually 3 different shorts. Only 2 of them are available on Disney Plus. That's where we get the Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam is from Prep and Landing. And so it's kind of like pretty much Christmas tradition that we have to watch Prep and Landing, which I don't know where my DVD set of it is that has all 3, but only 2 of them are on Disney Plus. And so that's what we're going to be watching, is like the Prep and Landing shorts, which probably, how many times have we watched that since Thanksgiving?
Oh, good Lord, a lot.
Probably like 10 times already, and it's only the 5th. Like, imagine that. Shocker. So, we watch Prep and Landing a lot, so that's like the first one, which is pretty much already checked off. And then number 2 is the Santa Claus movies, 1, 2, and 3.
Which, if you haven't seen those, that's Tim Allen.
Yeah.
As a businessman who then becomes Santa Claus and has to navigate through all of that. I know, it's a very, very good story.
So we have this argument in our family because I like number 3, Dad likes number 2, and Kenny likes number 1.
The original.
Like, this family is weird. And the rest of us like put up with the other one's likes. So like when we watch the first one, Kenny's like super happy and Dad and I are kind of like, oh, this movie can't get over soon enough. And then like when we're watching number 2, Kenny and I are like, oh, this movie can't get over soon enough. And then when we're watching number 3, I'm on a cloud, and Kenny and Dad are like, wow, really? So, rather special.
We each get what we like.
Yep. Next one.
Next one up is one I actually haven't seen before, White Christmas.
So this is a really old classic. I don't know what year it was made in, but I literally grew up watching this movie like every holiday season, this one and number 5, which we'll tell you guys in a second. But what the White Christmas is about 2 brothers who are singers and actors and things like that, and then they find 2 sisters who are also singers and actors, and they end up like joining together for, I think it's a TV special of some kind. I haven't watched it in like 2 years. But like they join together and they do like a singing White Christmas, and the outfits alone are why I watch it. Like the outfits alone are why I watch it. So, yep.
Then next after that we have the 3 Grinch movies.
So the cartoon, the Jim Carrey, and the Benedict Cumberbatch. So the Benedict Cumberbatch, did that come out last year or the year before that? It was a 2018 or a 2019 movie of animated version of the Grinch. Then there's Jim Carrey from the 90s, his version of the Grinch, and then there's the actual original cartoon from way back when,
which is my, still to this day, personal favorite. She loves Jim Carrey version.
See, I love Jim Carrey and I love Benedict Cumberbatch. I'm not entirely in love with the Benedict Cumberbatch version because it doesn't really feel like a Grinch story. It just kind of feels like a story. It doesn't really feel like Christmassy. Where the other 2 are definitely like Christmassy, but I love Benedict Cumberbatch, so we're still gonna watch it.
Yeah, that's about how it goes.
So the next one on the list is It's a Wonderful Life, and It's a Wonderful Life is also the one that I always end up watching with White Christmas, and then normally, you know, Santa Claus movies and the Jim Carrey Grinch, and then Private Landing were like, that was just the combo that I grew up with my entire life of watching those. Is like Jim Carrey's Grinch, It's a Wonderful Life, which is a black and white movie, which if you haven't watched it, it's amazing. Go and find it and watch it. It really just talks about the impact of how one person can change so many lives in their time period, and it's just a really good Christmas movie. I don't really know why. I feel like it does have some elements of Christmas, but it's not entirely a Christmas movie. But I grew up watching it around Christmas, so that's when I watch it. And then White Christmas, and then Jim Carrey's The Grinch, then Santa Claus movies, and Prep and Landing. Like, that was always my family's, like, that's the family batch. But we have more to add to it. So, Kenny.
Yes, we do. Next one up is Arthur Christmas, that she has been rambling on and on about and trying to show me. And so far we've only had, how would you describe it? Technical difficulties trying to get it to work?
Train wreck of technical difficulties.
Yeah. She gave me a train wreck of it. That's about accurate.
Yeah, I have tried to do Arthur's Christmas for us, like, for the past literally 5 days since we started Jingle Bell Jingle Bam. I've literally been trying to show him Arthur's Christmas because I keep on talking about it, and we still can't get it to play on our TV. It hates me, I swear. But Arthur's Christmas is a really cute story about how one Christmas present in Santa's sleigh
workshop or whatever gets
misplaced, and then like there's a technical glitch, and they don't realize it until like 3 hours before Christmas is supposed to start around the globe, that this child has been missed. And some of the elves and some of the Claus families like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, it's just one child. And then there's one family member named Arthur who's like, no, this has to happen, we have to get this to this child, like this is what keeps the belief in Santa Claus going. And so it's a really, really cute story, because like grandfather Santa Claus, and then like current Santa Claus, and then like the two boys who are like, one of them's going to be Santa Claus eventually. It's just a story about the whole entire like Claus family, and it actually really makes them look like a normal family just like us, and the problems that go along with work and the holidays and just everything of that nature, and actually deciding to stay true to yourself and who you feel like you've called to become and things like that. And so it's just a really good story. So
the next one after that is one of the favorites that she showed me a long time ago that I've become quite fond of. Honestly,
he's actually making me sick of this movie.
Because of how much I like it.
He's been making us watch it so much.
I don't know why I like it so much. It might just be Hugh Jackman. I don't know. But the movie I'm referring to is Rise of the Guardians.
Is Hugh Jackman in it?
Hugh Jackman. He's the Easter Bunny.
What? No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He's the Australian that's the Easter Bunny. He's the Australian Easter Bunny. Hugh Jackman.
6 foot tall rabbit.
Uh-huh.
Or, you know, as Robin Williams used to say about Mickey Mouse, he's a 6 foot tall rabbit.
6 foot tall rat.
6 foot tall rat. No, Rise of the Guardians is a great story that's actually not Christmassy, but it's talking about how if we cease to believe in guardians that are the Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, Sandman, the Easter Bunny, and Jack Frost, there will cease to be joy in the world. And this is something that I was really having to deal with in October. Was we were part of our church, a Halloween celebration, and how our church does Halloween, a lot of people would argue, but it was a very good celebration. But I was pretending to be like a potion master, like kind of like a witch situation, and I had a cauldron with dry ice in it, and I was pretending to be brewing a poison apple, because if you guys know me, I have a poison apple cup that's over there. You can guys go and watch my decor haul if you guys want to go see a poison apple cup. But and all of these parents just like didn't let the kids have any imagination at all of the fact of like that was a poison of like that was actually like a potion brewing, and
instead they would just explain what it is.
Yeah, which part of me can understand for Halloween, and especially like in a church situation, to try to keep the belief in like the dark arts and things like that out of the picture. but also I have a problem with it because it's like, let your child have an imagination. Like, I feel like that's why we don't have anything that's original in writings or the movie industry anymore, is because kids aren't encouraged to imaginate. They are pretty much handed a cell phone from the time that they come out of the womb to get them to have something to do. So I'm gonna get off my, soapbox about this, but Rise of the Guardians really talks about if we cease to have the imagination, we cease to have the belief in these guardians that are supposed to help children really grow up and have that joy and that hope in their life and something to look forward to, then the world just becomes a really dark place, just full of nightmares and sadness. And that's just, especially this year, like, that's a reminder that I feel like all of us need. And so if you're kind of one of those people who needs that kind of reminder right now, go and watch Rise of the Guardians.
Yeah, it's a very good point, and honestly, I also highly recommend it. It helps to kind of reinstill a little bit of joy and hope, especially in a time like this. Very important.
Yeah. So the last one that we have on the list is a movie that I've still yet to see, and it's A Christmas Story.
One of my all-time favorites, and a yearly tradition of mine that I always watch A Christmas Story.
And then the cartoon of Grinch.
Right.
So.
And the cartoon of Rudolph Red-Nosed Reindeer, but that's not on the 12 movie list.
Like the one that's like the action figures that are moving, or like the actual cartoon?
It's the one that's almost like the stop motion picture.
Yeah, that's actually a good one that should be on our list, but we decided not to go over 12 because like we don't have time to watch a movie every night, so we were like, we need to stick to 12 because like we can probably like do it every other day.
Yeah, we'll watch it at some point though.
We probably will watch it at some point. And then like Rudolph, and then Frosty. Frosty's another one that's
Frosty.
always on TV that we always ended up like catching the last part of it because it was always played before Rudolph, and Rudolph was always like one of our classics. So there's lots of suggestions if you guys want to take it, but we tried to decide for this year was like keeping with the classics, but also trying to help instill in you guys, like if you guys decide to take our list and watch it, some hope and joy for this season and for this upcoming year, because like we really know that right now it's a very dark and gloomy time, and it's very hard to find the joy and the hope and the light in the world that gives us the encouragement to keep on going. And so we hope that at least maybe this list can kind of help you with that. And I have had some people who have asked me to do some like movie reviews on like my favorite like Christmas Eve movies, so I might end up making you do that later. But
oh boy.
Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please, if you did like it, give it a thumbs up, and then subscribe down below, and subscribe to our other channels that are up in the eye above for all of the fun content that's going to be coming onto those here pretty quick. And we do hope that if you don't see any more videos from us, that you guys have a fantastic holiday season and just many blessings on you and your family as we just go through this time in the world. And we just, we're just praying for everybody that we can all just get through this together, and it can just be a healing opportunity for the world, even though it's so hard and so dark and so gloomy. So
yeah, we wish great tidings of comfort and joy.
So, Merry Christmas to one and to all, and we'll see you guys in tomorrow's video, which should be a plan with me. So, we'll see you guys then. Bye.
Bye, everybody.